सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानां बाहुद्वन्द्वेन रत्नोज्ज्वलवलय भृता शोणपाणिप्रवाळेनोपाता वेणुनाळी प्रसृतनखमयूखाङ्गुली संगशारा कृत्वा वक्त्रारविन्दे सुमधुरविकसद् रागमुद्भाव्य मानैः शब्दब्रह्मामृतैः त्वं शिशिरितभुवनैः सिञ्च मे कर्णवीथि.
Guru Pavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. With the grace of the great Bhakta poet Bhaṭṭatiri, whose compassion is immense on all of us, we have been able to understand, relish the greatness of Paramatma as Vasudeva Krishna in the Kshetram of Guruvayur. That said, this particular large Bhakti Kavyam called Narayaneeyam covers various aspects of Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam. Of course, in a very concise manner. That said, in Śrīman Narayaneeyam, we have covered till the 4th Daśhakaṃ that talks about the Ashtanga Yoga. In the 5th Daśhakaṃ, Bhaṭṭatiri takes us through, begins with the dissolution, Pralaya Kramam, and then the Srishti Kramam. In the due course of Srishti Kramam, we come across Shloka number 6, which goes like this. Soham cha trigunakrama trividhatamasadya vaikariko bhuyastaijasatāmasau iti bhavan adyena sarvatmana devanindriyamanino कृतदिशा वातार्कपाशश्विनो वह्नीन्द्राच्युतमित्रकान् विधुविधि श्रीरुद्र शारीरकान् सह aham cha bhavan bhuyaha. This particular ahamkara. See, we have dealt with two tattvas, mahat tattvam and ahan tattvam. So Prakriti gives rise to mahat. Mahat gives rise to ahamkara. So Ahamkara comes into picture. There he says, Saha Aham cha bhavan bhuyaha. After this Aham Tattvam called Ahamkara is born, it gets divided into three parts. Asadya Trividhatam iti. Trividhatam. Three parts it gets divided into. Vaikarikaha Taijasa Tamasau Trigunakramat. Vaikarikaha is when Sattva Gunam combines itself with Ahamkara. So it is called Sattvika Ahamkara. Sattva Gunam plus Ahamkara gets combined to become Sattvika Ahamkara called Vaikarikaha. Then Rajo Gunam gets combined with Ahamkara. It is called Rajasa Ahamkara or Taijasa. Then the Tamasa Guna combines itself with Ahamkara and becomes Tamasa Ahamkara. So Vaikarikaha, Taijasa, tamasa. These are the three gunas that we get to see. Vaikārikaha, Taijasa, Tamasau Triguna Kramat, Adyena Sattvatmana. So this is the Sattva guna that comes into picture. Akrita Devan. So we have seen from Mahat, Ahamkaram. Ahamkaram with the three gunas becomes Sattvika, Rajasa and Tamasa. Then we have seen Akrita Devan. See, in Purusha Suktam also, it is said in a similar way. So there is Advaraka Srishti and Sadvaraka Srishti given there. Advaraka Srishti is where Brahma is not involved. Only Brahmam, Paramatma, Nārāyaṇa is involved. Then after Brahma is created, through Brahma the Srishti happens. So it is called Sadvaraka Srishti. Advaraka Srishti, Sadvaraka Srishti. So that is why we say Taiyajñam Barhishif Praukshan. So there is an Aja, a goat. In the form, Brahma is in the form of a goat. Taiyajñam Barhishif Praukshan. Purusham Jatamagratah. Tena Deva Ayajanta Sadhya Rishayaschaye Tasmadashva Ajayanta Ekecho Bhayadataha Gavoha Jagnire Tasmatus goes Purusha Suktam. Here he says Disha Vata Arka Pashi Ashwinaha. Who are the people who have been created? Dik Devata, Disha Devata, the devas who are found in the various diks. Vata, which is Vayu. Then comes Arka, who is Surya. Then Pashi, who is called Varuna, because Varuna holds the Pasham. Ashwinaha, the twins, Ashwini Devatas. Disha, Vata, Arka, Pashi, Ashwinaha. So that is why he says Akrita Devan, the devas were created. He continues, Vanhindra Chuta Mitrakan, Vanhi, Agni Devata, Indra, Indra Devata. Then he says Achyuta, that is the Amsha of Vishnu, which is seen along with Aditya. We should not take the original Nārāyaṇa or Paramatma here. Achyuta here means the one. He says Keshavaya, Nārāyaṇāya, Madhavaya, Govindaya, Vishnave, Madhusudanaya, Trivikramaya, Vamanaya. So they are all forms of Nārāyaṇa who accompany the Aditya. There are Dvadasha Aditya. For Dvadasha Aditya, we have Dvadasha Nama. So he says Vanhindra, Vanhi, Indra, Achyuta, Mitra Kan. Mitra Kan. Mitra is Mitra. Shanno, Mitra. So we invite and invoke Mitra. Ka. Kaha iti Brahmano Nama Ishoham Sarvadehinam, says Mahabharatam. Kaha is Brahma, Prajapati. So Vanhi, Indra, Achyuta, Mitra, Kan. So Mitra Kan can be Mitra at all or Mitra plus Kan, which is Brahma. Vidhu. Vidhu again. Vidhu means Chandra. Vidhu, Vidhi, which is Brahma. Shri Rudra. So now when we have to differentiate, Kaha is Brahma again. Here there is Brahma coming again, Vidhi. So one is the creator Brahma there, who does Sadvaraka Srishti. And then there is another part called Prajapati. We have Swayambhuva Manu, Vaivasvata Manu. So this Manu are also referred to as a way of Prajapati. So we have Kardama Prajapati, we have Daksha Prajapati. So this Prajapati is also denoted by Kaha. So Kaha and Vidhi need not be treated as Punarukti. So Vidhi, Shri Rudra, which is Lord Shiva, and Sharirakan, Kshetrajna, Indriya Maninaha. Then they are all the Abhimanini Devatas for the Indriyas. We talk about Dashendriya. Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya, they all become the Abhimanini Devatas. So he says Akrita Devan, the Devas were created, and gives a list. Disha, Vata, Arka, Pashi, Ashwinaha, Vanhi, Indra, Achyuta, Mitra, Kan, Vidhu, Vidhi, Shri Rudra, Sharirakan, Indriya Maninaha. So there is from the Mahattattvam, the Ahantattvam, which is Ahamkara. Ahamkara with the three gunas, Sattva, Rajo, Tamo gunam, gives us Vaikārikaha, Taijasa, and at the same time Tamasa. From this comes all the devas, says this particular Shlokam. In the next Shlokam, Bhaṭṭatiri takes us through the greatness. Bhuman Manasa Buddhyaham Kriti Milacchatakhya Vrityanvitam Tacchantah Karanam Vibho Tavabalad Satvamsha Eva Srijat Jatastayasato Dashendriya Ganas Tattama Samshat Punaha tanmatram nabhase marutpurapate shabdo jani tvadbalat. Hey Bhuman, hey Vibho, the one who pervades everywhere, the one who is the repository of all the auspicious attributes. Tava balat, through your power, through your Shakti, Sattvamshaha eva. Sattvamshaha is a part of the Sattva Guna. So Sattva Guna plus Aham Tattva becomes Satvika Ahamkara. He says Sattvamshaha eva, that Vaikarika Guna, which is the Sattvamsha Gunam, Tat Antahkaranam, that created the inner organ. So we have the Antahkaranam. Cha Manasa Buddhya Hankriti Mila Chatakhya Vrittanvitam. Then it comprises of the various aspects. See, even in our normal parlance, we say some incident or some aspect, it reaches here, but not here. What do we try to say? See, there is no thinking ability here. There is only heart. Heart can only pump. Deoxygenated blood it takes, sends out oxygenated blood. It keeps pumping. There is no emotion here. But human mentality is, we separate our thinking process into two. One part suggests that we have to see logic, rationality in everything. The other part says, see only the emotion. It should be a judicious concoction of both. But generally, they seem like diametrically opposite to each other. When there is logic which is completely applied, we feel emotion cannot be applied. On the other hand, when emotion is applied, we see there is no need for logic. So when there is a fight between the two, then we have to keep them in different places. That is why traditionally human nature is the logical part, the rational part we say here. We say, I am thinking through my mind, buddhi. The other part is our heart. We say, oh, it doesn't reach here. So the emotional part is shifted from here to here. It is not happening here. It is just shifted. It is the time. For a time-bound manner, it is shifted. Similarly, he says, Cha manasa buddhya ahankrita mila chatakhya vrittanvitam. All those aspects of the thinking process, the mind, the habits and everything, all that also evolve. Taijasataha jataha. From the Taijasa ahankara. So we deal with Rajas ahankara, right? That is called Taijasa. From that, Dashendriya ganaha. Gana is a community, a group. Dashendriya Ganaha. So what are the Pancha Jnanendriyams, Pancha Karmendriyams? That is when we get to understand how the Srishti Kramam happens. Akashad Vayuhu Vayoragnihi Agnerāpaha Adbhyah Prithvi. Akasha. Akasha has the Tanmatra of sound. How do we understand sound? We understand through our ears. Akashad Vayuhu. Vayu's Tanmatra Sparsham. How do we recognize that? Skin. Vayor Agnihi. Agni has a form, Rupam. How do we recognize Rupam? Through our eyes. From Agnihi, Apaha, which is water. Water is taste, Ruchi. How do we sense taste? Tongue. Finally comes Prithvi. What is the Tanmatram? Which is the sound, which is the smell. So there is always a Gandhavati Prithvi, the smell. How do we sense smell? Nose. So we have Pancha Bhutas, Pancha Tanmatras, Pancha Jnanendriyas. The Pancha Jnanendriyas may excite the brain, but we need hands to reach. For example, there is a donut for the children. There is a vada for the elderly people. We want to reach. We have to walk towards it, take it, pick it up with my hands, chew it in my mouth, and then there is excretion, and then we have reproductive organs. These are the Pancha Karmendriya. Jnanendriya, Karmendriya. So he says, Taijasataha, Jataha, from that comes Dashendriya Ganaha. So the group of the Dashendriyas, He Marutpurapate, the one who is now residing in Sri Guruvayur, Punaha Tattam Sashat, Tattam Asamshat. So he says, from that Tamasa Ahankara, Tad Balat Ajani, on account of your power, Balat, Tava Balat, because of your Balam, Tvad Balat Ajani, Shabdaha Tanmatraha Nabhase. He gives an example. Shabdaha, which is the sound, the ethereal sound. Tanmatram, what that is the Tanmatra associated. Nabhasaha, then that finds itself in that space. So there is this Shabdam which finds the substratum, the Adharatvam in that Akasha Tattvam. So the Shabdam, Tanmatram finds Adharatvam in the one of the Panchabhutas called Akasham. So he gives us the Kramam. I have already told you this. He gives us that Kramam. What further? How does the Virat Purusha come finally into picture? All that in the next episode.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते नारायण 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 नारायण